Welcome to 3-Word Story, the podcast where we take 3 words from a random-ass place using the app, these 3 words, and improv the shit out of a story. Today on 3-Word Story.
Because I know I once slapped the shit out of this lady that I thought she had a 9mm, but it was only a boner.
Absolutely no way can you have fun in the dinosaur times because we don't decree it. It's not okay.
Welcome to 3-Word Story. How the fuck the devil are you, Sir Dilleth of Big D, today?
You know what, James? I am absolutely fantastic. I didn't go out last night, so I'm feeling fairly refreshed, ready for the day. However, it's a Sunday, so I'm getting ready to actually be lazy.
Ooh, delicious. So lazy that you couldn't even put your phone on fucking silent for 3 seconds into a podcast. So, hey, look, these things happen to the best of us, Big D of D Dilleth. So you didn't drink yesterday, didn't go out. I'm very proud of you. Because in the Shire of Dubai, where we reside, it is far too easy to get a drink on the evening. So instead, I believe that you were aggressively shoehorned into a group male press-up competition. Is that right? On microphone?
No, we weren't on microphones, but I kind of was pressured into doing kind of like a joint push-up venture with some large Russian men, and that really isn't sexual. I was on Kite Beach. We went for a run. Just after the run, or kind of just as I thought we are done for the evening, this guy was like, listen, do you want to join us for push-ups? And honestly, I thought, no. I really
do you know
don't
what?
want
When
to,
a man approaches you on a beach, when it's 40 degrees outside, where it feels like of 80,000 with the humidity, it's a fair thing to say to a scary sweaty Russian man.
Jeez, he was big though. Like I think that was the main. Like I don't fear too many people. However, when this guy, I'm being serious, right? This guy really. He even had the Venom shorts. I don't know, but like it's actually an MMA brand, which means he probably does MMA. And I was not ready to kind of go back and forth. I was like, yeah, sure, let's do some push-ups.
Okay, let's go with some
So,
push-ups.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so you don't fear many men, but this man wearing Venom shorts.
Venom shorts and probably almost 2 meters tall. I don't know why, but yeah, like he was bold as well, and that contributed to the fact that I just kind of said
streamlined.
yes.
Streamlined.
So
if he doesn't have hair, then he doesn't give a shit,
Doesn't have hair, got a shit ton of tattoos, tall and big as fuck. So yes, I then just
coming to a Pornhub thumbnail near you.
Yep.
So paint the picture, right? So we have you, and we have your friend, and we have how many muscular Russian men?
I think in total we might have been 15, maybe 16, 17.
Wow, okay. And we're speaking all male.
All male with one lady, and I don't know, she might have been, maybe I shouldn't say that, but she might have been mentally challenged. I'm not sure. She didn't look like she was with the program. Like everyone was kind of there, and then people spoke to her like she was slow at understanding things, almost like they speak to me.
Okay,
but
all right. We were like, oh, okay, we've got you a friend. Here's Dylan.
So,
okay, he's slow at understanding things. So let's make this prick do press ups.
And then that's what I did.
So how many press ups? Who won? Was it a competition? Was it a competition? Was anyone recording it? And did they blindfold you and put things in your mouth?
Nope, none of that. Trying to think.
Why is there tears running down your face? Okay. I mean, anyway to share a weekend. I personally, there was 0 press ups for me. There was a little bit of shopping. Ted Baker took my wallet, but I did go to schmooze at a product launch. So for those who don't know, me and Dylan work in real estate in Dubai. Yes, we're those people. Sorry for anyone who ever's been pissed off by us. And they launch properties and things like that, and me and a friend went there to go see who we could meet, who we could schmooze, and not so successful. admittedly.
Not a good schmooze fest.
It lacked the schmooze that we required. We did manage to speak to one guy. So, you go in the room and you speak to a salesman, and I think he called on to us pretty quickly that we weren't going to buy, and we were probably just there to try and get some business.
Yeah.
And then, he didn't really want to do much with us. So then on the outside, we were having our coffee, having our delicious free iced coffee, our canapes, and we were loading up because obviously it was free. And we posted up next to this lovely Russian guy, and he was like, "Oh yes, I am investor. I'm here to look for an invest. I like the look
Nikolai.
of lagoons. Yeah. I like towers. I like apartments. I like all these things." And we were like,
He was probably also bullshitting.
well, Dylan, that was the case. So me and Zakib, we were talking to him, and I get his number, and I'm thinking, score, I've got this sucker. And he's like, yeah, I like this, I like that. I'm like, hey, you dude, you come for a coffee meet with me. And he's like, okay, no problem, we'll do that. We shake hands, we move away. And as I'm still hammering my face full of canapes, one of the Damat guys goes up to him and says, dude, you've been here for like 3 hours now. Stop speaking to people, trying to get business. So I'm there with canapes in my mouth. I said, please don't look at me, please don't look at me. I said, let's go to the smoking area quickly. Let's get away from this guy. And I hear, as we're walking away, those two guys are just doing the same thing that I'm doing. I'm like, shut up, Timur, you prick.
When did he change accent?
Well, that was the thing. He was There's those people too. And yeah, so Timur, if you're listening, fuck you for wasting my time. Fuck you, you little dick.
You got...
I could. Hey, no, I'm going to say it again. I'll double down on that. Timur. Fuck you, Timur. Fuck you. So yeah, that was my weekend. But it was in a lovely location, the Four Seasons. I highly recommend it to anyone. It's there was a cigar lounge, the lot, people of wealth there, and so forth. So seems like it's been a super successful weekend for both of us. But more importantly, Dylan, let's get to those 3 words.
Drop it down low with 3-word story.
Welcome back. So, Dillface, Big D of Dillingtonshire. We chose 3 words based on a favorite holiday destination. So please tell the ladies and gentlemen, where did you choose and why?
Yeah, so I chose Natalia, which is a resort.
Okay,
based on the...
Sorry, I thought it was a prostitute.
Resort, yeah, prostitute resort. Yeah, this was one of my favorite places growing up to go. Yeah,
wow, nice.
Yeah, 9 years old, I just knew.
Yeah, Dylan needs to find out the anatomy. Okay.
Yeah. So, south coast of South Africa, right? And yeah, kind of safe, close to the sea, big waves, and a lot of people. Yeah, it's kind of like a community feel because it's a resort. I mean, everybody kind of is game
to suck dick. Suck dick, prod it about a bit.
I actually wanted to kind of go down. So like, yeah, if you want to play touch rugby, and then I wanted to say touchies, and then I thought, touchies might not go over as well.
No, but true. Yeah, and it always turns into fingerball, you know.
But either way, this was one of the favorite holiday destinations to go to growing up. And
I guess the key word was safe. Anywhere in South Africa, the way to sell a holiday
that was the biggest thing. It was quite it was troublesome finding a safe place to go on holiday, and this was one of those places.
Nice.
So yes, we managed to find something that was our kind of safe haven.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they if you want to feel like you're back home again, we have a carjack simulator where our holiday rep will hold a knife to your throat and take your car. Yay!
Yeah, so if you kind of wanted to increase the risk factor of getting mugged or robbed, then you just leave the resort.
Oh, okay. So, well, they're just waiting. Is it like just some thieves sat on some milk crates, just kind of? They've got their black and white striped shirts on, a bag of empty swag, like the blindfolds with the holes in it, and like a black kind of beanie hat. You know, I'm thinking.
And Droopy was the detective as well.
Yes, it makes sense. It makes sense because they're just waiting out in a line, ready to rob your ass.
Rob my ass.
Okay, so that is your favorite holiday resort you go to, and Big D of Dillingtonshire, what 3 words did they give you?
Timepieces, radiate, wrinkle.
Wow, you just went balls deep into that one where I could barely even hear a word you said.
Oh, shit.
So,
Again,
please.
timepieces.
Pieces. Pieces of time?
No, pieces of time. Right?
Okay.
So timepieces, radiate, and wrinkle.
Ooh,
Yeah.
timepieces. I mean, you could go wherever you want with that. You could go watches, you could go pieces of time if you wanted to, or you could have someone who pisses seconds maybe, and it'd be like time pisses. Probably not. I spitballed that one. That sucked. I'm sorry, guys. We'll just cut that bit
Actually, can I just go back and rewrite my story?
What do you mean rewrite? It's completely improv, Dylan. Shut the fuck
up.
Jesus. I mean, do you want to completely
Yeah, just give
re-improvise
it a
your story?
reference.
Yeah. Do you want
Yeah.
to do that? Huh? Punk. Okay, so we have time pieces. We have
Radiate
radiate.
and wrinkle.
Wrinkle. Okay, and do any of those things actually relate to the holiday place? Did you think, I remember being in the water so long that I wrinkled and then stayed out to the sun and had sunburn till I radiated, and I just kept looking at my watch because
No, but I can probably link it to safety, right?
Okay.
So we actually have a surprise guest on today.
Oh
yes.
shit! Oh
Yeah.
wow! What a tease! You teasy little slut today. Jeez. Okay, so we have a 4 episodes in, episode number 4, by the way, and we're gonna have a special guest. Okay, well,
I have a special guest.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
So, Big Dilly of Dillingtonshire.
Yeah, give it to me.
So my holiday of choice. Now, I had a few to go by, but for this one, I went to Chamonix, France, which is the base of Mont Blanc in the Alps, like a climbing holiday kind of thing. Where I visited with one of my bestest friends, Matt, back in the day, and when we were trying to ascend the big old bitch mountain of Mont Blanc. We've made 2 attempts, succeeded once, and not the other one.
Was that within the same trip? Sorry to interject. But
Two different trips.
2 different trips.
So the first
Okay.
trip, we didn't stay at this particular campsite. The second place, we stayed at this campsite. And it stays in my heart because we became a large fan of these little cake-like bars called Pepitos. And they were delicious. They were little sugary, heavenly, fluffy delights that you would go to the supermarket and purchase.
I know. What just went through my head is fucking terrible. I'm like, okay, so little bars. Now I'm just imagining like a pub, but very small, only like for 4 people to sit. And then it's like, yeah, you can have a drink and it's an absolute delight. And then and I'm like, that's it's called Pepitos.
I prefer it. I scrap everything I just said. It's actually back when we were in Mexico and we were visiting small tiny bites called
Papitos,
Papitos.
the biscuit, the batang, the papitos,
and then we would run around. We'd get a sombrero on, and he would give us a sombrero of tequila shots, and we would sit there and we would just have fun with Juan. You know, doing shots after
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All of their friends. You could have gone for, Uno's Dos Tres. I mean,
that would.
Who knows?
Anyway. Sorry,
okay,
please,
so. So we had these little Pepito bars. We were sat at the front of our tent, chowing down on some Pepitos, and we noticed that the local birds, little teeny tiny birds, not women, also said, "Papito, papito, papito." So it was basically a fantastic marketing strategy where you could not think of Pepitos because the little birds were advertising the little cunts all the time. They're fucking clever marketing birds.
Oh, yeah.
So I can only assume that they were robot birds and they are part of the global conspiracy of bird surveillance that is going around.
I actually just watched it this morning. Very interesting shit. Yeah, that's really,
Yeah,
not even
are you
fucking
convinced
joking.
as well? Because this is all part of it. Because not only are they spying on you and telling the Illuminati government, but they're also advertising little fluffy cake bars to you. Man, that bigger government is good. I don't know how they do it, but they do it well. So I went to here and I tried to get as close to where our tent pitch was, and I came up with the 3 words that are bestows, apprehend, and Diplodocus.
Let me just quickly, not just Google the last word, but let me quickly Google all 3 words.
So just to remind the audience that for old D-Face over here, English is not his first language, barely a second or his third. And barely even comes into the top 10. More of ums and ahs and ugs make up most of the top 10.
I am actually French.
Oh, we. So it did give me a chuckle thinking that maybe all three words could be a struggle for you. So I will talk you through them. I did anticipate this. I did think this might be a thing.
All right.
I thought, well, there's fucking no chance that he's going to get all three of these. So we have bestows, right? So if you bestow something, you gift something. So I could bestow upon you my penis on your shoulder. I could flop my cock out and bestow.
Yes.
You sure?
No, I'm 100%. Okay. I actually thought, okay, like I know bestowed, and then I was like, bestows sounds like a French restaurant, ironically enough. But anyway, I'm bestowed. So
should I put it away?
No, please.
Do you want to flop it
away? It's staring at me. It's winking at me.
It does that. It's a twitch. It's actually really horrible. It's an SDI related. So that's bestow. So I bestow upon you a title. Oh. So I could call you Sir Dillington of Dillingtonshire. Yes. So I bestow of you the title of Sir, per example.
All right.
To apprehend someone is to, as a police officer may apprehend a burglar. You may grab them, hold on to them, arrest them. They apprehend them under the guise of the law. Make sense?
Understood.
So apprehend. I've apprehended you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Someone might say to someone else. And then Diplodocus.
Yeah.
Diplodocus.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm ready. I know. I'm actually adjusting because it's
adjusting your pants just in case.
It's a very big Greek word. I'm assuming it's the origin,
probably, or maybe Latin potentially. So Diplodocus is actually the name of a dinosaur. Okay, shit indeed. So the plural will be Diplodoci, and it's a Latin. I believe, as all dinosaurs, as we know, were Latin back in the day.
All spoke Latin.
Yeah, they were T. Reximus Maximus and such and so forth. So just so you know which dinosaur it is, are you aware of the movie Jurassic Park, the original one?
Yes.
So imagine towards the beginning of the film where they go up in their little buggy and they're all three of them in there, and we have Ellie Settler, the main woman of the entire film.
Yep.
And they drive around the corner and, you look at the film and you think, how the fuck didn't they see these fuckers already? But,
that's fair.
Dramatic effect.
Yeah, sure.
And she kind of takes her back. She's like, and then she kind of lifts her sunglasses off her face. She stands up and she looks out, and you have those big old fuckers with the long old necks, right? They're big old tall dinosaurs.
Yeah, not them.
Long necks. The small ones at the back.
Oh, shit. No, I feel bad for taking that away.
No. The Diplodocus is indeed the long-necked, tall dinosaur.
Okay.
A complete herbivore, loves to gnaw on leaves. And they see that and it's going... Na, 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 na,
they always seem high. Yeah.
Well, they are. They're very tall. So they would be, unless they put their necks down to the floor to drink, because... typically, water sources down are down low. Someone enjoyed that outside quite clearly. So that is the Diplodocus. So we have bestows, apprehend, Diplodocus. So we have a tale to be told by there. So obviously, to find out who tells the first 3-word story of the day, we are going to flip the tom-tom suite. As you can hear it here, rustling away. We're going to tom-tom away. So, Dylan, question as always. Tom-tom. Or T's and C's?
T's and C's.
T's and C's. It's T's and C's. We have Big D of Dillingtonshire telling the first 3-word story.
Story number 1.
Right, so let me jump into it. As I mentioned, today's special guest.
I'm excited.
Flying in all the way from Pretoria, South Africa. Right now, this gentleman also has a smallish following on his podcast. So he has 69 followers.
Okay,
right? Just so happens to be.
I'm a fan already.
He uses Afrikaans and English interchangeably.
Okay, fantastic.
His hit podcast, it's a hit podcast for his 69 followers, listeners. The podcast name is Security Principles for for everyone with Johan van der Walt.
Catchy title.
Yeah,
That
really
rolls
short
off the
and
tongue.
sweet.
It rolls off the tongue, that one. I could imagine that on a t-shirt or a hat.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Wrapped around the head, like back and
you could
front.
maybe print it on a thimble and give it to your nan at Christmas. She would really like that. It would fit on there perfectly.
Right, so we've got this gentleman, Johan van der Walt.
Oh, wow. His name is...
Johan, which translates to John, actually.
Okay.
And then van der Walt is the surname. Yeah, van der Walt. Van der Walt.
I mean, that is a fucking fantastic name. Usain Bolt moved to the side because we have a faster motherfucker here.
Vault.
I mean, it's basically Bolt. If you're going to call yourself...
Well, look, I will say, this man does radiate confidence.
Okay.
Right?
And sorry, just... Yes? He's coming in.
He's coming in. Actually, we've probably made him wait long enough.
Okay. All right, hang on.
So...
Yeah. Come in.
Right.
Come in.
Right. Hi, good day, guys.
Hi, Mr. Thundervolt.
Right. So, okay. Oh, hold on. Let me before we bring him in. So so basically, just to explain. Actually, open the door back up, guys.
Hey.
Right. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Is it working?
So let me just adjust it for you.
Right.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Right.
Yeah, I can hear you. All good.
All right, dames en heren, I are Johan van der Walt and ek is Johan van der Walt. Right? So just to kind of explain, right? My background, I have attended the South African Police Service training 8 years in a row now. My profession or my occupation is security work.
Okay.
Right? I am one of the most decorative security guards in the nation or the Republic of South Africa.
Okay, yeah, the Republic.
Republic of South Africa.
Okay, so in the terms of you do interior decoration as well as security, or decorated as in many awards for being super secure?
I am unbelievably secure in who I am. And I am also very good at my job of keeping places secure.
Okay.
Donkey, James. Donkey. Thank you, James.
Donkey to you too.
All right, so now, 8 years, I'm just saying, I'm qualified in jiu-jitsu, judo, karate, boxing. I've watched...
Do you know Steven Seagal?
I've watched 4 of his YouTube videos. So no. Anyway, I wanted to bring you in, so just to kind of explain, timepieces, Radiate, Wrinkle, right? I actually don't know why I said that, because I'm a guest and I'm actually telling a legit story. But I am here to share my grueliest story about how there was where a wrinkle.
One more time.
A wrinkle.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Right. Which, just to explain to the people that don't speak English that too deliciously, is a wrinkle can be a hindrance or a problem, maybe a crinkle even, right?
Yeah.
Right, a crinkle, a problem, right, a problem. You understand. You understand.
I understand. Yes. I mean,
Right.
this is extremely delicious English. It's
Right.
very
So,
tasty.
no. So actually, one of my famous stories in which I were involved in is the headlines of the local newspaper read, "A wrinkle in time pieces." That was the opschrift. That was the upschrift. That was the headline.
This is some delicious English.
Right. So just to explain, I am head of security, right? And just before I go into this, I just want to remind everyone, one of the very few lessons my father taught me is confidence skills. Right? So in the security business, you just need confidence. Confidence.
Okay. Confidence.
That is the name of the game. Dit is die naam van die speletjie. Now, I used to work in Pretoria, right, for a small mom and pop store. For a small mom and pop store called Tiffany & Co.
Okay, so it's not Mamas and Papas, the children's wear shop. It's not baby products.
No, it was a family-run business.
Okay.
Tiffany & Co. But I haven't met Tiffany. And I haven't met Co either.
Okay.
Which is very, very odd, because normally, as head of entrance security, you would like to meet a esteemed gentleman like myself.
And I bet Tiffany's lovely as well. I can imagine. I've heard, and I'm really sad that she never came past your store. I'm sorry about that.
Yes. But no. Near. It was their loss.
They probably just knew their store was so secure with Mr. Thundervolt, I imagine.
Mr. Thundervolt. Right. So anyway, we did have an incident, and that is what we are here to discuss today. And maybe you can take some pockets or nuggets of information that you can use moving forward. Right. So there was an incident. One evening. There was one evening that it was very quiet. So my Thundervolt senses were tingling. Right, straight off the bat, my Thundervolt senses were tingling. And a man approached me as I was standing in front of the store, but he seemed to be concealing something. Hy het ietsie weggesteek.
Oh, no.
So, but no, not a boner. It was, might have, not a boner, but a 9mm pistol. Right? So very dangerous in a woman's hands. So, first of all, step one, nugget number one that you can use would be a 3-step method, which I call ADT.
Okay.
ADT. Now, that is ironically one of our top security firms back home. They have tried recruiting me a bunch of times, but they've missed out.
I can imagine.
Yes.
Your legend is out of this world, Mr. Thunderbolt.
I know. James, you have no idea. Right, so first one. A is for assess. Mm-hmm. You assess the situation. You make sure you read. You make sure to weigh the options. Because I know I once slapped the shit out of this lady that I thought she had a 9mm, but it was only a boner. Anyway, or potentially my kitten. Like you make sure that it's not a burglar in your house. Like the other day, it was actually just my kitten Kevin just bumping things off of the kitchen cupboard. Right. So anyway, back to the man. Right. That approached me, that was concealing something, right? Actually, and like I said, it turned out to be a pistol, a 9mm pistol, right? Second one, D, is disarm, right? So I needed to use either disarm or disarm. I was pointing to my arms just then for the listener listening.
Thank you, Mr. Thunderbolt. I think your delicious English was so good that people could just visualize it anyway.
All right. So, needless to say, I knocked him out faster than Oscar Pistorius.
No, we don't want that one. Do you know what? Mr. Thunderbolt, in Dylan's description, who's very quiet in the corner right now, so appreciate that, Dylan. I was a bit worried that his description building up to this the special guest was going to be Oscar Pistorius. I was extremely scared. I was about to turn my back, and then we know what happens. So I'm very glad that instead that we have the most secure man in the whole of the Republic of South Africa instead of Blade Runner himself. So that's good. Yes, we'll just stay off that subject.
I would have cut these blades. I am on it. Right. So never mind. So so what seemed like a crime. So as I'm busy disarming this particular person, right? What seemed like a crime of opportunity was actually an inside job. It was Aniki, whilst I was busy over here in front, right? Aniki from sales, right?
Aniki, you can't.
She went for our most expensive pieces in the store, which was the timepieces, right? She was busy at the back. And now, as I have taken care of, let's call him Monty, up front, right? She tried to get past me. Now, she was rather large, right? And Aniki, it was more like Moniki. If you know what I mean. That was an Afrikaans joke. You can Google it.
Wow.
Now.
10 people would have got that.
Actually,
so, So what am I Googling?
Moniki, so MANN.
Yeah.
ETJIE.
Fuck off. That is not what. Wait, say the word that you just said.
Maniki.
And it's spelled.
Yes. That is why I struggle with English, because this language makes very much sense to me.
So Manitijai is what it fucking says. But sorry, Mr. Thundervolt, it means male.
Yes. So I said Aniki, but
it's
I'm
more like
Maniki.
Manitijai. It doesn't really sound as good in English.
No, it does not. But either way, for my 4 listeners back home, thank you, Father, for listening. Anyway, so right. Step 3 took into place. So we've had assess, disarm, tackle, or then trap, whichever comes first. My tackling technique was inspired by a few Springbok rugby players. So between Pieter Steff, the Toy, Bakkies, Botha, Bismarck, Skalk, John for a bit of flair. But those are my tackle inspirations. But anyway, boom. There she goes, Aniki into the ground. Now I need to trap. I need to trap her. Now I was in the voortrekkers. The voortrekkers is what you would call scouts, I believe. Scouts.
Like scouts as in little children who inevitably get molested, those ones?
I was not ready for that, James. I thought it was normal, but anyway, it was it was
the sexiest scout
worldwide.
Yeah.
Okay, so there where they teach you different skills to tie a knot or to go fishing or to how to survive in certain circumstances, which might include the pianos.
The pianos, yeah. So the foreskin trackers you were in.
Yeah, so the voortrekkers. Now I was in troop 175. I was actually troop leader of 175. So needless to say, I knew how to make a fisherman's knot, right? So Aniki went down, and I then tied her up, right?
Like a fisherman's knot.
Despite not having a rope.
So you're telling me you used her limbs?
I listen. I have never seen arms fold this way. But like I told you,
you just snapped her limbs, broke them, and tied her
up in a record time. Right. So, which I took her down. Which ironically, 175 was also flight number 2 of the plane that took down the South Tower in in 9/11, but no, that.
So is this? Sorry, Mr. Thunderbolt. Is this actually what your podcast is about? It's actually everything. The 6 degrees of separation to 9/11 that everything has.
You know what? If the shoe fits, right? So anyway, I was so yes. I back home after this whole saga of taking down the person trying to rob the timepieces, me absolutely radiating confidence. So yes, I was kind of like a big deal. So yes, I got given to hold on. So yes, I took her down, boom, wrapped her up. I was the hero of the day, right? This is when this time pieces, Wrinkle in Timepieces Articulate came out. And I was kind of a big deal. So I got given this by my manager of the store, just to show appreciation of what I did. It says happy birthday. And as this is a very important, and the fact that I am speaking on to a global audience, international audience right now, I just want to end with a quote from my father that is very dear to me. Not my father, but the quote. No, just joking. I love you, Dad. Is how does a mouse when it spins?
So one more time. Just
how does a mouse when it spins? And with that, I will leave you. Think on it. Dink daaraan, dames en heren. And with that, I thank you for your time, James.
Mr. Thunderbolt, it's been an absolute pleasure for that extremely coherent story. Can you again remind us of your podcast so we can tune in and hopefully up those 69 subscribers?
So the podcast name is Security Principles for Everyone with Johan van der Walt. Myself, Johan van der Walt, and I are Johan van der Walt.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure, Mr. Thunderbolt. Oh, he's already gone. Sit, bye, Mr. Thunderbolt. Bye.
What a guest, right?
Wow, Dylan, as a first guest goes, he was fantastic. He was extremely cohesive. His English, like he said, was delicious. He was a delicious man overall. I think it was good to see some real Afrikaans action, hot action there. So I think what we can take away that he is a master of security. A strange fascination with 9/11 came out in there as well. Which I'm sure we can maybe tap him up some, because I would like to see this man again. I would like him to visit another time, because he was extraordinarily entertaining. But thank you so much for bringing him along, Dylan, for your 3-word story.
Yes. So technically, I just wanted to. So he might be a bit all over the show. Right, but I just wanted to kind of connect it was the timepieces, it was the Radiate, the Wrinkle, a kunkel and a kabel is what the Afrikaans like, which can mean a problem in the cable.
I'm pretty sure I've heard all this on Teletubbies. Every word you're saying, I'm pretty sure is the fucking nonsense that they get. A kinkle and a kabel. And then a nunu, and a tubby custard.
Man, that custard looked the best. Always my nunu. I don't know.
Tinky Winky, you puss. All right there, my lover. I'm bringing you story number 2. Welcome back.
And we are back.
To 3-word story. So, Dillington Face, we have the 3 words Diplodocus, Apprehend, and Bestow. And for this one...
Yes, sir.
It was a difficult one. So, I took myself to the local museum to find some inspiration.
Right.
And went to Dubai Museum, probably. And
probably, yeah.
It's probably the biggest in the world, or the oldest. It's probably something in the world. And I was like, I need to find some inspiration. And in the very back in the kind of dark corner of the museum, I saw these tablets, these old tablets. And written in them was an extraordinary story of DJ Diplodocus and his battle to drop the beat.
Oh,
so
in tablets.
From the olden days. From the olden days.
Like
Now,
the 1930s.
no. BC. Yes, BC. So we're talking millennia ago. We're talking back to dinosaur times. Now, I cannot guarantee that this is a true story. Maybe it's stuff of fiction. Maybe it's stuff of legend. But what I can promise you is it came off these tablets in the back corner of a dark, dingy corner of a large museum. And this is the story. So, obviously, I'm going to need to use some drama for this.
Yeah, sure.
Let me take you back to dinosaur times, where T-Rexes ruled the land. The T-Rex was essentially the dictator of the land. They ruled everything. They were an angry, angry beast. And they ruled the land of all the dinosaurs. They were the cold-blooded meat-eaters. And they ran over those passive, kind, and collective herbivores of the dinosaur world.
Man.
They were stern, and they led with an iron claw. They would get the dinosaurs to work away, slave away, hoarding gems, stones, gold deep into mines and caverns where no other being could ever find them again. Or so they thought. T-Rexes couldn't do much with their tiny hands, so they felt repressed. They couldn't play music. They couldn't write on tablets. And they couldn't jerk off.
Well done.
So they were angry bastards, Dylan. So it was a dark time for dinosaurs. It was a sad time. They were repressed. They were going around doing their work, and they would retreat to the shadows for the evening, where the T-Rexes would sit angrily, waiting for the next day to collect their gems and their stones. But there was a different dinosaur, and to his friends, he was called DJ Diplodocus. And DJ Diplodocus thought, no, we as herbivore dinosaurs deserve to have fun. We deserve to party.
Sorry to interject. I just want to make sure, is that then the species, or was he? He.
So Diplodocus is the species, the long-necked giraffe.
He was DJ.
This is
all right.
DJ Diplodocus.
Okay, sure.
So he gathers with his friends, and bear in mind, T-Rexes are down low on the floor. They're tall by our standards, but Diplodocus is the height of 3.5 double-decker London buses, and no shorter and no taller. And that's where they based London double-deckers off. They decreed that they must be 3.5 times smaller than the legendary Diplodocus.
Well done.
Thank you. So they gathered one day up high in the trees, in the canapes, hence where the name came from of canapes. And they talked and they spoke. And DJ Diplodocus said,
guys, I'd really like it if we had a much nicer time up here. You know, I want to play music. And they're like, what's music? Music. I want to drop beats and I want to have fun. And they go, what is this? What is he saying? But DJ, what if we get caught? Well, I'm not having it. I want to have fun once and for all,
decreed DJ Diplodocus. So, for the remainder of the days leading up to the first big Friday night party that the world had ever seen, word spread amongst parrots, amongst exotic birds. They were gathering coconuts that had been heated up in the sun for a certain amount to make them almost like a alcoholic taste. Similar to how
in the house.
Similar to how maybe elephants that would do now to get themselves a little bit drunk. Whispers between all the other Diplodocus, meat in the canopies on Friday, meat in the canopies on Friday. And DJ thought to himself, how can I make this extra special? How can I make this the ultimate Friday party that the world has never seen?
Yeah.
And he searches along the floors and he sees disused tortoise shells. He sees the bark of trees peeled off and laying on the floor, and he sees old bones of creatures past. And he gathers them up in his mouth and he places them up in the canopies of where the first big party will ever be hosted. And then we have Friday. Dum, dum, dum. So we get to Friday. The Diplodocus' heads are popped up through the canopies. They're looking at each other. There are bright ladybugs. There are bright insects adorning all the tops of the trees to give it a party-like lifestyle.
Like a disco.
We have parrots flying around, serving the Diplodoci all of the warm coconuts they want, and they're all getting a bit merry. And they're like, this is good. This is a bit of a vibe, but there was something missing. We had the lights. We had the drinks. But Dylan, what does a Friday night party need?
Bitches.
Later bitches come, but what else do we need? We have lights. We have drinks.
Oh, shit.
What do we need?
I was staring at that one. Music.
Music,
right?
We need
well done on that
music. Oh, thank you. And you got that first time in the edit.
Boom.
So, DJ Diplodocus, he lines his head up and he starts.
He's sawing? Oh, no.
And the first time in history, the first beat was played by DJ Diplodocus. The Diplodoci have no idea what they're seeing. They have no idea what is happening. It's ever been seen, and they partied for the biggest party a Friday had ever seen and ever will see. The hours ticked by. The drinks poured down. The lights glistened. And then the sirens of the police pterodactyls, and they fly down and they apprehend our poor DJ Diplodocus. They grab him, they shackle his neck, and they bring his head down at the canopies. They say, you know that the T-Rex decree is that they are not allowed no beats, no fun, nothing that the T-Rexes do not decree. And they drag his sweet, sweet DJ ass off to T-Rex court. Damn it. So there we are, Saturday morning. We're in T-Rex court. DJ Diplodocus. Oh my God. Why am I being arrested for? I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to have a really, really good time.
This was in California, right?
It could have been. California didn't exist.
I'm just,
he said, I just wanted to have a bit of fun. I really wanted to have nice time playing beats. And I'm just a really big dinosaur who really wants to have a really big time. And the T-Rexes, menacing, stared into his eyes, their teeny tiny little hands. And they said, absolutely no way can you have fun in the dinosaur times because we don't decree it. It's not okay. When we say there is no fun, we say there's no fun. So there's an impasse. All dinosaurs, which by the way, this is how dinosaurs sounded. I don't know what you thought that they would sound like.
Yeah, well,
this is said. This is what it said
like
in the tablets. This is how dinosaurs sounded.
Yeah, sure.
How would you know otherwise, right? I read the tablets. Did you read the tablets?
Yeah, unfortunately not.
No, exactly. So I mean,
I did watch Night of the Museum 1, 2, and 3. Like,
exactly, and you probably had the octaves wrong because this is actually how it happens. Okay, so they're in the court. So the T-Rexes say, oh my God, like we're going to have to banish you to like the Netherlands or actually just cut off his big fucking head because he's so really annoying.
Oh shit.
DJ Diplodocus, well, he's on his last nerve. He needs to stand up for himself.
What's sounding like that?
What do you mean? This is how they sound back in the day. I don't know what's wrong with the voices. I don't really know what. I don't really understand what you're trying to say. Because this is how dinosaurs sounded.
Understood.
Guys, I
He really went for that one.
I really just want everyone to be on the same wavelength here. And I want to bring us all together. I really want us to join together in music in harmony. Be together, once and for all.
Is that E.T.?
I want to phone home. Elliot, I want to phone
Wally.
home. T-Rexes, Diplodoci, the little yappy ones that go and have the little fans around their heads.
Need to kill them.
I want us to all come together in perfect harmony and live together where we can all have fun. Now let me show you, T-Rexes.
Oh my god, just get on with it then, said the T-Rex. And then DJ Diplodocus throws down the sick beats again. Okay, let's go.
Oh my god, this beat is like, oh my god, like so sick. Oh my god, my little hands are raising in the air for the first time ever. I didn't even know you could have this kind of fun. Oh my god, DJ Diplodocus. Actually, you're a really cool guy, and you've actually brought all of the dinosaurs together, and we're gonna live in perfect harmony. I am going to bestow on you, DJ Diplodocus, the first ever bestowtion of diplomat. I'm going to call you a diplomat, which is someone who brings everyone together, who talks out of their differences, and that comes from the name Diplodocus, if you didn't get it. Isn't that super nice? Thank you so much, DJ Diplodocus. Let's go party now.
And with that, they partied. The Saturday night, the Sunday fun day was born that weekend. And the dinosaurs, they danced, they partied like it's hard. And that's where it started to change for dinosaurs. They worked in harmony. They shared their riches. They all came together, dropping beats here, there, and everywhere. DJ Diplodocus went on a tour. He went down into the caverns of Central America to play what would be the last beats of dinosaurs' time. Because, as history dictates, there was laid the biggest beat of all. The comet that wiped out the dinosaurs. Whoosh. Shit. It hit the ground and it took out, as we know, nearly all of dinosaur life. It was a sad, sad day. But down in the caverns, DJ Diplodocus was frozen in time.
Oh.
His body changed through time. His ways evolved with the world, somewhat mystically with the outside world. And through the movement of land and building through the Americas, the cavern was opened, and out walked DJ Diplodocus, a two-legged, two-armed, 6'1" man. And he looks out, and he sees a changed world.
6'1's disappointing, though.
It would have made sense if he was taller, yes, but he had no point of reference to grow. So it was quite good.
Okay,
it was quite good, right? It was quite good.
Yeah, okay.
And he walks out as the very first diplomat that has ever been. And he reads a newspaper because he can read. Don't question that. He can read, okay? Dinosaurs could read.
They could,
they could read pure English, just English. They could read any language. They did what they want, right?
Yeah,
they were super sassy. I don't know if you got that from the dinosaurs. They were super sassy. They could do what the fuck they wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. And he saw the tyranny of the world. He saw issues where they needed the world's first diplomat. So, DJ Diplodocus needed a bit of a rebrand. He saw that, of course, long names aren't going to get you where on TikTok. It's a pretty shit TikTok handle, DJ Diplodocus. Oh. So he abbreviated name to just simply Diplo. And Diplo then proceeded to open and write songs such as Songs Like Heartless. Reminds him of the T-Rex's time, where they were heartless, where they were like, no, you cannot even play music. He had songs like Genius. To himself is a homage from when he was hosting parties up in the canapes. And then probably his most famous song featuring Jay Bieber, first name, last name, Where Are You Now? And as we know, DJ Diplodocus, aka Diplo, is sunning the beach up in Florida somewhere as the first ever diplomat. And that is, I mean, they were big tablets, by the way, obviously. They were big-ass tablets to get this potentially true story off. Who knows? But that is the story that I was inspired by these tablets of Apprehend.Bestow's Diplodocus.
Yeah. I love how you go into one thing, and I mean, it just keeps on giving. It's the gift that keeps on giving, because you enter one thing and then it keeps kind of following. I'm not always sure where you go with it. I mean, I struggle to connect my words, to be fair. But
it was
you
similar to
always just
Thundervolt,
seem to
actually.
go.
He
Yeah.
struggled as well to connect his thoughts, but it happens. It
Yeah,
happens.
you'd say they're almost the same person.
No, I mean, I saw two different guys. I heard the door repeatedly open and close. It was a bit of a clusterfuck. So, ladies and gentlemen, those were our 3-word stories today in this extraordinarily long episode by accident. But hey, there was detail, there was fun, there was filler. But please remember to like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, tell everyone about the original Diplomat. Tell everyone about Mr. Thundervolt's wonderful podcast.
Mr. Thundervolt.
And spread the word that 3-word story will be back this time next week. Tune in.
Tune in.
Tuna.
Tune in.
Tuna. 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 Tuna.
Bye.